Perception that Cambodia is dangerous. For me, yes, the hardest and still the hardest thing is learning Khmer. I'm like the first Western MC for the national sport. I was robbed in London 10 times before I turned 18. If I smiled at a stranger in London, they'll think I'm crazy, man. And they think I'm gonna be like, hello, how are you? Sako? Go. Oh, all right, buffalo. It's buffalo. Yum. Cambodia time. I don't like the pace of England, the pace of the Western world. It moves too fast. And yeah, you look at people living in the West, you know, people age like 3 times faster. It's why Cambodians look so young. But if you look at it this way, it looks like something entirely different. Even the immigration officers are nice. The visa system's very easy. It's not that expensive. There's a huge market here for teachers. Chunglavai, Sokti Kaka, Chanbon Hun, Pik Sambat. These guys are incredible. The national sport is Kun Khmer. I did a show in Sihanoukville and it was, 15,000 people in the audience and 500,000 people viewing live on Facebook. Kun Khmer and Muay Thai. Muay Thai, it's in the first round, it's very much more like a dance. Kun Khmer fighters, they're coming forward and
Meet Luke, originally from the UK, who has been living in Cambodia for the past 7 years. In today's conversation, Luke opens up about his experience living in the kingdom, what to expect when moving to Cambodia, the most common job for foreigners, how he became the first ever foreign Kun Khmer MC, and why he preferred Kun Khmer over Muay Thai. A quick shout out to our sponsor today, Redbus. Redbus is the world #1 bus ticket platform with more options, the best prices, and the full flexibility. You can reschedule or cancel your ticket anytime. So book now on Redbus for a seat guarantee and a smooth ride. You can go anywhere around Cambodia, and not only in Cambodia but worldwide. Hey, you can use my promo code ROB2Kwasi to get $2 to $4 cashback guarantee. What are you waiting for? Book on Redbus and thank me later.
the one thing that I thought was going to be really hard still remains hard now, and it's Khmer, speaking Khmer. Honestly, like I've lived in China, I've lived in Thailand, I've spent a lot of time in India. Cambodian Khmer is the hardest language you'll ever try to learn. And that's why when I hear any foreigners speaking perfect Khmer, I have nothing but respect for them, because it is really hard. Whereas like Chinese, for example, and a lot of Thai has quite harsh consonants. They still use a lot of like k, r, sh, and you know, sounds that we're familiar with in the English language. Whereas Cambodia is very soft and very tonal. For me, yes, the hardest and still the hardest thing is learning Khmer, but I'm trying my best. I really am trying.
but you can introduce yourself, right?
Well, I can introduce the fight. I can say Yibni young Namian Kapakut, the Ocha Cham Num Brambiku, Shir Dombongo Kun Tom Tom Niak Opatom Tak Kampuchea, for example. I mean, I can introduce a fight. So today, Kim Shmore Luke, MC Luke. Yibni young Namian Kapakut, the Ocha Cham Num Brambiku, Shir Dombongo Kun Tom Tom Niak Opatom Tak Kampuchea. Nang Niak. Etc. I mean, we can go on, but I'm not going to start saying sponsors' names. Cambodian water, you just got that one for free. Like,
that's good. But do you tell people like where you're from, how long you've been here in Khmer?
No, not really. Again, like my Khmer is very contextual. So, for example, like in the restaurant, I could name ingredients, sakmuan, sakul, sakjaru, tom lombarang, etc. And when it comes to fights, I could my fight vocabulary is pretty good, but still, like small talk and everyday conversation is so difficult. Because again, like we said before, a lot of the language is very idiomatic, and if you're not really kind of adept with the idioms that are used in Cambodia, even if you know the words, the phrase itself can mean something completely different. Like I said before, like tonight's going to be hot like boiled rice. Whereas in English we'd be like, yeah, tonight's going to be fire. So if you know the language, but you're not used to the idioms, you're literally hearing, yeah, tonight's going to be hot like boiled rice. Okay, so are we going to eat rice tonight? Who's cooking hot rice? But it means, when you see the translation, it means tonight's going to be great. So yeah, again, anyone who speaks fluent Khmer, like, I respect you so much.
How do you end up in Cambodia and in Kun Khmer?
I was in Thailand for a long time. Some friends and I, we founded a backpacker tour company. 2016, when we first moved here with the tour company. And then in 2017, 18, we sold the tour company to a big Canadian company called G Adventures. And they purchased us. And my wife and I, we took a break for a few months. We drove a car around Europe until the car exploded. And then literally the car exploded. And then, yeah, then we kind of were like, okay, where should we go? We were thinking maybe, oh, let's try Mexico. But then every day we would talk about Cambodia and like, oh, I miss this, I miss this. And we were like, let's go back. And we came back and we started Burger Shack. And we've had the restaurants, like I said, for like 7 years, the both of them. And a few years ago, I did a amateur tournament. It was an amateur fight tournament, not just Kun Khmer, it was mixed martial arts. And then after this, I had a call off of Bong Dara, who's a lot to do with the federation. If you're watching, Dara, Sosadai Bong, Hang Hang, or Kun Shran, he called me and was like, hey, we've got an event called Nak Leng Kun. And it was a Bokatao event. You know Bokatao, which is like the Angkorian, it's where kind of Kun Khmer derives from. It was the ancient martial arts that was used in Angkorian times in the villages to protect your land and stuff like this. So they did the first ever Bokatao, one of the first Bokatao tournaments. I did that. Then after that, then my phone started ringing. And I worked with the Honourable Okna Sreichantorn for the last 2 years with KKIF, Kun Khmer International Fight. And it's just been an awesome 2 years. I think I'm like the first Western MC for the national sport. And it was just very, you know, I don't know, very flattering, very, very flattering. Like, it really meant a lot. You know, it was something very special to be given the opportunity to represent the national sport on such a scale. As you know, I mean, the viewership on Kun Khmer is in the millions. I mean, every week, I think there's 33 rings a week at the moment. So yeah, it's very, very popular. And to have the opportunity to represent the sport and get to know the fighters and the promoters and everyone involved, it's just been so great. And yeah, just a massive shout out again to everyone who I've met over the last 2 years in the Kun Khmer industry. There's just a beautiful industry, amazing people, in the fight scene globally. You know, there's a lot of big egos and, you know, some disrespect in this, but in Cambodia, Kun Khmer, you know, everyone's very respectful. Everyone's works as a team. Everyone's there for each other, and it was a great thing. It is a great thing to be a part of. It's fantastic. Yeah.
What is the life in UK compared to the life in Cambodia for you?
First of all, I don't feel like I'm in danger. Like London is now, it's not a safe place. It's not a nice place. It wasn't when I left in 2009. Cambodia, I feel safe all the time. You know, there's not a moment of the day where I feel like, oh God, oh, I'm worried about this, or you know, there's nothing like that. In London, I had a knife put to me before I was 18. You know, I was robbed in London 10 times before I turned 18. In Cambodia, never a problem, no nothing. It's just a beautiful country with beautiful people, and it's just awesome. I mean, you know, it just doesn't get the recognition it deserves in my eyes. It's just a safe place, and every time I leave and I go on holiday somewhere, after 5 days, I'm like, I miss Cambodia. So it's always nice to go away to realize how good it is here. You know, dollar beers, Where in the world are you getting dollar beers, sometimes 50-cent beers, for example? You know, it's Phnom Penh as a city, it's a 20-minute city. You can get anywhere in 20 minutes. Like in London, if I want to go 5 miles, it can take an hour and a half. Whereas you don't go to the airport here, it's 15 minutes on a good day. You know, you want to go, you see your friends in Tutumpong, Bong Trebek, BKK1, 3, Don Pen, you know, everything's within 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's a great place to live. You know, and I lived in Kampot before as well. Kampot is a beautiful town. If you're looking for a bit more of a relaxed vibe, you know, Kampot it's gorgeous. You know, it's a beautiful country to live in. It's a pleasure every day. When I walk my dog in the morning, I have 5 beautiful interactions with strangers on the street. You know, if I smiled at a stranger in London, they'll think I'm crazy, man. If I look at someone in the street in London, they're like, whoa, what does he want? You know, whereas here you smile at someone, they give you a big smile back. You know, it's just a pleasure. Every day is a pleasure.
What is the feeling like being the first foreign MC coming from so what's the feeling?
Really flattering. I mean, I'm so honored to have been given the opportunity and to be involved in the sport and just to see what kind of goes into it. And very humbling as well. I mean, off the back of it, you know, people who are, and again, it's the national sport. People are very dedicated to this sport and they watch it religiously. Again, a tuk-tuk and they'd be like, MC Luke? I'm like, yeah, hello. Which is really, really nice and really sweet. And everyone's just so nice. And, you know, I love it. It's exciting. It's so much fun to get everyone geared up and going. But also because of that, I think a lot of people, because they see me they see me in the ring, and when they meet me in person, they're like, hello, Luke. And they think I'm going to be like, hello, how are you? I don't speak like that. I don't speak like that. This is how I usually speak. I'm not always shouting. It's just, you know, when I'm in the ring, you know.
Actually, I watch some of your highlights on YouTube because I try to check your channel.
Yeah.
So I watch some of your highlights, and I also love the energy. Anyways, we're gonna do like a little bit, maybe later. You have to introduce me. You know.
I'll give it a redefine.
I want to see the energy.
I don't know, man. Someone might call the police. Someone thinks, you know, something's going down. Austin and Luke had a fallout about the edit and they're fighting in the corner. Red corner or blue corner? Well, if it was a red hat, you got to be on the red corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. Me in a perfect intro.
So in the ring,
that anytime.
In the ring, Cambodia is always in the red corner, and then we have the foreign athletes are always in the blue corner. And this is just the way it is. You know, for those who don't know, now you know. So today, tomatsu.
Only. Both of us are not even good in Khmer, so we are stuck now trying to get what we want. So how do you think we can come over this?
So for example, I mean, we can be very simple about it and say, amok try.
Amok try.
Yeah, fish amok try.
Okay, let's see if they can understand.
Or we could just maybe get, I don't know, a little bit of pork or something. So rice right, me and I need churu.
Oh.
Go.
Go.
Oh, all right, buffalo. It's buffalo. Go. Mama. Go. It's buffalo. I don't think I can eat a whole bone. Nhâm hai. Và như trên anh đấy. Oh. I've literally just had lunch and I don't think I've got much room for buffalo.
How can we even tell them how much we want?
I don't know how we'd even, I haven't eaten buffalo in a long time. I don't know, do you have it as a curry? Do you just eat it like crispy pork? Pork? Oh, brain. Oh, we're going to eat some brain? Okay, so okay.
The heart.
So we got buffalo heart and we've got some buffalo brain. How you feeling, Austin? You hungry for some buffalo brain or heart?
I don't know anything. We can try.
Okay.
As long as you're okay, I'm okay.
Let's try a little bit of heart. Some tick tick is okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Nhâm tick tick is okay.
Yeah.
Được bác. Oh, good. It's okay, no? Is that, yeah? Nhâm nhâm. All right, we're gonna have some buffalo heart.
Đông đĩa.
Oh, good.
Nhâm đông đĩa.
What?
Nhâm.
Sang nè. Oh,
Ngon. Nhâm.
buffalo heart. My first time eating buffalo heart.
Nhâm ạ.
Cheers.
Nhâm một chết bắp. Giờ một chết bắp. Ngon nhở?
Sang.
Ngon chưa?
Oh, good sang. Mmm.
Oh,
All right, those who have not eaten buffalo heart.
Dạ.
actually, I want.
Nhâm. Ngon.
Oh, good.
Dạ đi chưa? Dạ. Trời.
This one okay.
The legs.
Bit of knee.
Any Muay man.
Nó số mỗi pon.
One more one.
Muay Pon.
Lôi Khmer.
Lôi
Cambodia.
6,000 real.
I think.
So it's $1.50, which is really cheap.
Hay đi pi đô la, đi pi đô la.
So you can just have one.
I don't know. Ole!
Dạ. Vâng.
Any Muay. Muay.
No, moi.
Muay.
Upbeat, moi.
Muay.
Moi. We'll share one.
It's cheap. We can just get two.
I don't think I'm gonna eat it.
Oh, really?
I've eaten too much already. I had a whole pizza before I came.
What was the hardest for you to adjust to in Cambodia? Like something that is really hard. What was the hardest for you?
I think because I was in Asia a long time before moving to Cambodia, I think for a lot of people it's just adjusting to Cambodia time. Everything just takes that little bit longer, be it 5 minutes longer. But again, I think you have to think about that in comparison to the lifestyle and people's state of mind and the way people live here. Everyone's happy and relaxed. So why would you rush? If you're constantly in a state of, hey, this is good, I'm happy, then why should you be like, oh, let's quickly, I need to do this. It's like, no, just relax. Just chill, you know? And once you kind of get into that routine, that Cambodia time, then once you're in the rhythm, then yeah, you become part of the country and just fall in love with it even more.
Would you say it's like a little bit hard for you to adjust to it? For you?
For me, no. I think I've always kind of been that way inclined. Even living in England, I don't like the pace of England, the pace of the Western world. It moves too fast. And yeah, you look at people living in the West. You know, people age like 3 times faster. It's why Cambodians look so young. Because it's just no stress. Everything's just taken calmly and at a pace. So again, I mean, I didn't really struggle I didn't really have any struggles living here. Again, I think we mentioned earlier, it's just working with new people and people have different styles of doing things. And in different provinces, of course. I mean, Phnom Penh and Kampot, for example, like Kampot, you think maybe Phnom Penh, things can take a little bit of time, but Kampot, times that by 3. It's even slower because it's a riverside town.
What has been the biggest challenges for you being a Kun Khmer MC?
I don't know really. Again, it hasn't really been a challenge. It's just been a pleasure. It's been so much fun. Just working with the teams and getting to know everyone has been really, really great. I suppose the only challenge would be is coming from a background in, TV in the UK and films in the UK and things like this. And I'm working with Western productions here in Cambodia. I've worked alongside like Hanuman Pictures, owned by Kulika Soto and Nick Ray, who are a fantastic production company. And I'd advise anyone who's coming to Cambodia to do any form of shooting, go to Hanuman Pictures. I suppose the only difference would be is working with a Khmer team and just things are run differently, and just adjusting to the way things are done with their team. And of course that changes across stations as well, be it BTV, be it CTN, be it any station. any production team, everyone has their own way of doing it. But as an MC, as a presenter, that's your job to align with the production team and also with the sponsor, of course, as well. They have a lot to do with it. So, I mean, but I think that's a challenge for anyone being an MC or being a ring announcer, or you name it, anyone in the sport. That's the main challenge, is adjusting to a new sponsor or adjusting to a new production team or even a new co-host, you know. I worked with when I first started working in Kun Khmer, I worked with a fantastic MC by the name of MC Monorom. And me and Monorom, we worked together for a year. Just him and I, just solid in the ring every week, every Saturday, me and him. And then, of course, nothing lasts forever, you know. So then the next season I'm with a new MC, and then you have to learn to adapt and how to work with each other, understand each other's intonations in their voice, and just talk to each other, you know. And this is the only challenge, I think.
How about the names? I mean, you call the Khmer names, the other foreigners that come from different countries, different names. For me, I find it difficult to pronounce some of the Khmer words, Khmer names.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you find it difficult, because the way you even mentioned the names of these Kun Khmer fighters, I feel like he's very good. Your Khmer is good.
I thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You find it difficult to call the names. Sometimes you make mistakes. Or would you say that you're challenging?
I think because of my background as an actor, I'm naturally pretty good with accents. So once you apply an accent to the words, you can pull it off. The real hard names are Thai names. Thai names are really difficult. Khmer names, again, I've announced a lot of the same guys over the 2 years. You know, I got to know a lot of the fighters. I've announced them every week. So of course, I got pretty good at a lot of their names. But of course, I still make mistakes. I'm only human. The same with, when Khmer MCs pronounce Western fighters' names, we all make mistakes. But no, it's okay. I'm pretty sure I do okay. I feel like I could present a fight introductions-wise, sponsors-wise in Khmer, but of course that's not my job. My job is to speak English.
Do you practice the names or practice before the mic?
Yeah, if it's a new fighter, yes, I'll practice. Yeah, the rule of 20, you say it 20 times, you should get it down. But I will also confirm with the promoter, my boy Rich Mott. Hey Rich Mott, if you're listening, yeah, another awesome guy in the community, Rich Mott. Rich Mott, he's a great guy, and he was the first guy to call me to work with KKIF. And we've been very close since. So he's always kind of been there to give me a hand, be like, hey, okay, no, this is, it's not, it's these small intonations on the words which make a big difference. Yeah. So literally be in Khmer, it's as simple as, welcome to the ring, please welcome to the ring is Som Sakomakan Samien Austin the Viper Take Wati
Sumati Snadai Dogo Vai Khmer Boran Reach Bonuluk
I have to say a very big thank you, Luke, for introducing me in Khmer and English.
Honestly, Austin, you are one hell of a fighter, and we cannot wait to see you back in the ring again soon. Tonight, sadly, you lost on points, but you did a valiant effort up against the reigning champion of Chung Lavai, the Dragon himself. When do you think you'll be back in the ring next time, and who would you like to face in your next fight?
Next one would be... Okay, next one is gonna be me and Manu Selekbak.
Manu Selekbak! Manu, Austin's calling you out! Oh, you are gonna get killed!
Manu Selekbak, get ready.
Manu, you heard it here, man. Austin versus Manu is coming up. I'm gonna speak to the promoters, we're gonna get this date set in. You don't stand a chance, man. Manu's built like a house.
That reminds me, what do you think about him?
Manu is not only a fantastic fighter, but he's also just an absolute gentleman. He is so nice. But it's with all the fighters, everyone look at them and like, oh my God, these big scary guys. They're the nicest guys in the world. Manu in particular is just a beautiful human being. And furthermore, he is also one of the guys who speaks some of the most beautiful Cambodian I've ever heard. He's nothing but respect. He's a class act. He's a showman. He's a good fighter. And I have nothing but respect for Manu. I have a lot of time for that man, yeah.
It's great. He will love this. Manu, get ready for me.
Get ready. Austin's taking you down round one.
Get ready.
Yeah, man. Takti Moy. Sunlop Takti Moy, Manu. You heard it here, bro.
What do you think is the misconceptions about Cambodia?
First of all, where it actually is. You ask a lot of people from all around the world. A lot of people aren't even aware that Cambodia is in Southeast Asia. And also, when people, of course, hear the name Cambodia, especially people of a certain generation, they think about one thing, and it's, of course, the history.
Yeah.
And, the civil war that was 75 to 79. I think a lot of people forget how long ago that was. It's like, it's 50 years ago. A lot's changed since then. It's not a dangerous place. A lot of people have this misconception that Cambodia is dangerous. It's the least dangerous place I've been to, not just in Southeast Asia, but probably in the world. And I like to consider myself fairly well traveled. I've been to a lot of places. And Cambodia is one of the safest places you could ever visit. And again, another misconception, there's only Angkor Wat. There's not only Angkor Wat. There is so much to do. And like myself and my business partner, Tom, who you've interviewed before, we founded CambodiaLifestyle.com. And we're using this platform to try and show not just people in country, but also, inbound tourists or people moving to the kingdom, that there's so much more than just temples and the beaches. It's an exceptional country to explore, be it mountains, be it jungles, be it rivers, wildlife, culture, martial arts, you name it, it's here. And it's affordable. And I think people just don't understand, not only there's so much to do here, but there's also a lifestyle to be had here in Cambodia.
Is there any specific Khmer phrase that you've learned that maybe that hypes the audience whenever you say that?
I just think in general, the audience is quite surprised when I actually speak some Khmer.
Maybe what is the most common joke that you feel like it hypes the audience?
Bong bong oh Khmer! Yeah, everyone together. You can listen to every single Kun Khmer fight, the MC. Bong bong oh Khmer! Everyone all together, let's go. So I think yes. But then again, it all dependent to the fighter. For example, there's a great fighter called Gan Meng Hong. And one of my co-MCs once said, they call him Hanuman Bong Tinit, like little Hanuman, because he's very acrobatic in his fighting. And we had one MC being like, oh, Hanuman Charan. And this has always stuck with me, because very Hanuman, like very monkey god, because of the kick that he did.
What is your favorite thing about Cambodian culture?
This is my favorite thing. One of my favorite things about Cambodia is kind of where it all stems from, is the Buddhist beliefs. And they're still very much strong today. A bit community, caring for each other. No one goes without. You see even in some of the poorest parts of Cambodia, everyone helps each other out. No one goes without. If someone's struggling, their neighbor will help them. When the elderly get old, their children take care of them, the community help take care of them. And this is very true to Cambodia and many parts of Southeast Asia, don't get me wrong, but this is just a beautiful thing that we see here. And in the West, we don't see. In the West, it's very, very common that when someone gets old, for example, they go to a retirement home. But here, You know, no, you come back in to the family and you're taken care of by the family. You know, everything's full circle. You know, like you took care of us when we were a baby, we'll take care of you when you're old. And this is just a part of Cambodian culture and Southeast Asian culture as a whole, which I think the Western world has really, really lost contact with. And it's one of my favorite things about here is the community spirit, and also the lack of shame and ego. For example, if it's a silly game or if it's karaoke, everyone will have a go. There's no one like, oh no, I'm too shy. It doesn't matter. No one's shy here. Everyone wants to be part of the community and be part of a group and have fun together and take care of each other. And I think that's one of my favorite things about Cambodia, as the culture, the people, yeah, the whole country. Like you could go anywhere here and make a friend within 5 minutes. So where are we now? Where is it? Have you been here before?
Around here, yes, but I never been in this.
No, I've never been in this place.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look at this.
Ooh, need to show these in the camera. That's a lot. So, is it your first time, eh?
This will be my first having a whole knee of buff. Okun.
Nè.
Oh, bad. Okun.
Chắc hơn.
Okun, wow. So, I don't know how we'd even start to attack this, really. I'm gonna go straight in. I'm gonna go straight in with the broth.
Lái cái ọt. Điên rồi.
You can always judge a good soup on the broth.
Yeah.
Nè cay quá cô.
Xin ăn nè. I feel like maybe I'm gonna take this home with me because one day I might need it because I jump up and down a lot in the ring. Maybe I'm gonna need it for my own legs.
And it's broken?
One day, for sure, yeah. One day.
The soup is good.
The soup is really good. I'm a big broth fan. So I'm guessing, yeah, I mean, the knife would be to get to the marrow in the middle.
Yeah, also eating.
Oh, well, yeah, there you are.
Bye, you too, bro.
Austin, after you, do the honors.
I don't know, this is my first time.
Exactly, same man. I'm learning as you are. Let's learn as we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
That done.
I'm gonna get some marrow going on.
So,
Get right in that marrowy goodness. Oh yeah, wow.
so
Yeah, but if you look at it this way, it looks like something entirely different.
I just noticed, bro. Oh my god, I just noticed.
What is that?
No way. It's funny.
Yeah, right? Look at that.
Is there anything you discover about Cambodian culture being part of, doing the MC in Kun Khmer?
Resilience, pure heart, strength. Again, I mentioned a fighter called Pick Some Butt before. This guy was fighting nearly every week for about 6 months. Recent regulations have come into the federation where, fighters need a break now. But this guy was doing it every single week and he was winning every week.
Is it the tall guy?
And there's a short guy, Pick Some Butt, they call him the Crazy Buffalo. The tall guy is Chung Lavai. And Chung Lavai, my brother Chung Lavai, the Black Dragon they call him. He's awesome. One of my favorite fighters. But all these guys, it's pure heart. And you have to remember, like a lot of these fighters, they've either trained together before, they've been friends for years. But when they get in that ring, they're both going in there to win. But it's nothing but respect, and it's all love. And this is kind of one thing that I really do respect about the community of Kun Khmer and everyone involved, especially the fighters. The heart, the respect for each other, and just the resilience and the conditioning and the pure dedication to the sport. I mean, these guys are up at 5 o'clock in the morning running 5 kilometers and they're training until 12, and then they have a 2-hour lunch and they're training again 2 till 5, 6 p.m. I mean, it's non-stop. and it's their life, you know, and the dedication to it and the respect. I think this is the main thing that I've learned from it, and kind of made me fall in love even more with the sport. I mean, I love combat sports in general, but yeah, just kind of being involved with the guys and actually seeing them on a daily basis, training like crazy. And, you know, I've tried to train with them before, and I think I lasted 30 minutes. Whoa, okay.
It's good.
Oh,
Ôi, ôi, ôi.
welcome. What's
Oh,
this?
wait, wait.
We've got a top up, a
Oh.
broth top up. Oh,
Oh, Conchran. She just give us extra.
yeah, she gave us some extra hearts and some broth.
Ooh.
Go on, dip that bone. Go on, Austin. I've lost my spoon in the broth. It's okay, I found it. This broth is so good.
Yeah, she gave us extra meat too. Look.
I wish we could tell you the name of this restaurant,
Oh,
but it's opposite Maloot.
yeah.
If you're looking for some real authentic Khmer food, opposite Maloot.
And that is how nice Cambodian is. Look at how she brought us some food. We don't even ask for this.
Yeah.
She brought more.
I think that, like I said before, this is an example I use a lot. Even the immigration officers are nice. When you enter Cambodia, you know, the immigration officers, like most other countries, they're very stern and they don't look happy.
Yeah.
But when you enter Cambodia, it's this instant happy welcome. You know, the Khmers are happy for people to come and experience Cambodia. Because, you know, the history, and a lot of people don't understand what Cambodia is now and how it is and how far it's come. Then when people come to visit, you are, for example, just right there and then, you know, you're made to feel so welcome. The kindness is endless. It doesn't stop.
Any cool Khmer fighter here that you feel like is underrated, or you feel like the world should know about this guy?
Yeah. 100%. I think the majority of the A-grade fighters need to be given more of a chance internationally. And it's happening slowly. Again, like I mentioned, Chung Lavai, Sokti Kaka, Chan Bun Hun, Pik Sambat, like these guys, just to name four, these guys are incredible. And we truly have such a pool of amazing fighters here that they need to be given more of an opportunity to go overseas, more and more. Some fighters, they have contracts with TV stations, for example. And this, in my eyes, this limits them from being given the opportunity to go further because they're contracted to a TV station. So the TV station ultimately has control of their contracts and where they can go and where they can't go. Because the TV station has to come first. Whereas we look at, you know, more independent gyms, like I mentioned before, Rich Bot and his father, Svai Sakun. They're fighters, again, they're all independent and they're under the gym, but they're allowed to fight in every single ring. They can go overseas when they want to. If there's an opportunity to promote them as a fighter and Kun Khmer in Cambodia, they can go. They're not contracted to a gym, to a TV station. Which, you know, moving forward, I hope all the fighters out there can kind of realize, you know, don't sign to a TV station. You're limiting yourself. You're not going to be able to get this global recognition. You know, we've had Gan Meng Hong, who I just mentioned. He went over and he fought in K1. You know, we've got now fighters going over to the USA. Rich Bot just went over to New Zealand with Long Sam Nang. Long Sam Nang, another amazing fighter, completely, you know, again, could be participating on an international level. There's so many, but it's just, again, we need to promote the sport further.
How has living in Cambodia changed your perspective in life?
It chilled me out. It calmed me down. It humbled me. Made me appreciate genuine acts of kindness and friendship and friendliness. Genuine friendliness on, like I mentioned before, you know, just small interactions that you have on a daily basis, which ultimately has a knock-on effect on you. Because when you have 5 people every morning smiling and saying hello to you, you instantly start doing it as well. So I think this is the effect it's had on me. It's maybe I've always been friendly, but friendlier, you know, more patient. And also, I suppose the main thing is more, I know, thankful of, you know, the situation that, you know, that I grew up in England, for example, and coming here and seeing some sides of Cambodia, some people who aren't so well off and they are going through difficult times. But again, these are sometimes the happiest people. And I think if you think back to sometimes in your life, maybe like for yourself, Austin, I mean, myself included, I can think back to some of the times in my life when I really didn't have anything and I had nothing at all. And sometimes those are the happiest points in your life. And when you see that in these areas of Cambodia where people are going through hard times, I mean, they don't have so much money and it is community living and everyone's looking out for each other. These are some of the happiest people you could ever meet. And just by seeing this, you kind of take a long look in the mirror. It's like, wow, these people have so much less. Why am I getting stressed out about my taxi being late? You know? So the more time you spend here, and of course it's not just Cambodia, there's countries all over the world where you could say exactly the same thing. I think the more time you spend in countries that are developing, and there are sides of it which are you know, going through difficult times, it makes you appreciate what you have so much more.
Do you think maybe Kun Khmer would one day host in the level of UFC, Muay Thai level?
Well, this is ultimately what we want, right? This is what we want here in Cambodia. I think it's going to take some time. Again, it's going to require, like I said, more English communication, more marketing, not just in English, but also Chinese, you know, multilingually. I think we'll get there. But at the moment, there's so many rings. There's too many rings, to be completely honest. It needs to come down and we need to focus on one ring which is going to represent this level of athleticism and this level of fighters. But again, all this, Austin, you know, like anything, it all takes money and it takes time and planning. And I think it will happen. It's just going to take time and dedication from one sponsor or one individual who really wants to make it happen. And again, things like this don't happen overnight. If you look at UFC, for example, they nearly went bankrupt numerous times. You know, UFC's been running for decades, and it's just time and patience. The same in Thailand with Muay Thai. They were patient, it took time, but now they're at a level which is going to continue at this level for the foreseeable future. So yes, I do think it will happen, but it's just the right people, the right time, and the right place. But I can see it coming soon, hopefully. Austin needs a sponsor, just saying, just saying.
Yeah.
Khmer Beverages, give them a call.
Any advice for someone thinking about moving to Cambodia?
Do it. Come. No, seriously, come. Come and experience it. Don't think, just do. Come here and experience it. Don't believe things that you read on the internet. Don't believe things you read on Reddit. The only way you're going to get to know if it's for you or not is by coming here and experiencing the culture, experiencing the people, because I can guarantee you within 7 days, you're going to fall in love. Yeah, don't come here with any preconceptions or any ideas of what it's going to be like or what it's not going to be like. Just come here and just get involved. Come here with an expertise don't just come here think, oh, I'm going to find a job or I'm going to go there and I'll figure something out. You know, pre-plan, know what you're good at and come here and apply it the best way you can. You know, be you a dentist, you know, you can apply that across so many different sectors here. You could work with NGOs, you know, you could do amazingly incredible things as a dentist in the public sector. Also in the private sector, you could be very, very, very successful. Even you know, other jobs such as, you know, a personal trainer, you know, you do fantastically here. And again, this can be applied to help communities or also for yourself as a profession here. I mean, you can really look into anything, but come here with a plan, know what you're good at, know what you want to do, and apply it in the best way possible here in the kingdom. And there's ample opportunity here, I think, for everyone. It's such a fast-growing country, and the economy is just, you know, just going from strength to strength to strength. And unlike a lot of other countries in Southeast Asia, I feel Cambodia is very much willing to collaborate with foreigners and grow together and learn together and improve, and which a lot of other countries in Southeast Asia don't particularly do. Where in Cambodia, you know, the visa system here allows that. The visa system is very easy. It's not that expensive, and it gives you that opportunity to get involved in the community, the culture, the people, and find your way, be it to whatever strength you may have. You know,
Is there any, like, the most common job for foreigner that you will recommend? Like, if you're, like you mentioned, whichever skills you have, it could be NGO, dentist, any, like, the top recommend job for foreigners that you think is common in Cambodia?
yeah, I think the most common jobs for foreigners here are NGO workers and teachers, of course. There's a huge market for teachers here. Again, I mean, Cambodia sees the benefit of, I think Cambodia is probably the best English literacy rate in Southeast Asia. They speak it fantastically, other than like Singapore, of course. But yeah, teachers, there's a huge market here for teachers. If you want to come out, even if you're not that experienced and want to kind of see if it's for you, I think Cambodia is a good place to start. And NGO work. And again, this is such a broad spectrum. It can be, you know, you can do anything, be it agriculture, be it medicine, be it hygiene, be it, you name it. There's some way you can help. So again, like I said before, if you have an expertise, you can apply it here and you'll be welcomed with open arms to do good and help the community for sure.
Where do you see Kun Khmer maybe in the next 10 years?
In the next 10 years, it's definitely globally recognized as a name. We're already definitely taking steps there with shows in like the USA recently. The Kun Khmer Federation, the Honorable Kof Chai, he went over to the USA and done some fights over there, which went really, really well. But again, I think it will be globally recognized as a name. But we just need to take those first steps. And the sooner we take those first steps, then the sooner we can get the ball rolling and have it more globally recognized. And that's, you know, as myself and the teams I've been working with over the last couple of years, that's exactly what has been happening. And it has been working really, really well. We saw the international viewership on Facebook and YouTube go up and up and up. The national sport is Kun Khmer. I mean, this dates back again to Angkori, and it's nearly 1,000 years of Cambodian heritage. So I mean, if you kind of bundle that all together, this is, you know, why it's the national sport, and that's why the viewerships are crazy. And I did a show in Sihanoukville, and it was, you know, 15,000 people in the audience, and 500,000 people viewing live on Facebook.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, and you know, there's you know, sports around the world, popular sports which are known globally, can't hit these numbers. And this is just, you know, the Cambodian population. This is just Cambodia doing this viewership. Imagine if it was promoted to the world. I mean, 500,000 people is a lot. If one of the sponsors took that step to promote it globally, wow, we're talking 5, 10, 15 million viewers. So it's the national sport. It's loved by everyone, and anyone involved is very much respected because everyone knows the dedication it takes to be a fighter.
What do you think is unique about Kun Khmer compared to Muay Thai and kickboxing?
Kun Khmer and Muay Thai. Okay, we can look at them as very much stemming from the same place. Yep, it all stemmed from the same place. I know this is a big argument amongst Southeast Asia. It stemmed from the same place. You know, it all came from the same home. But then, of course, like languages, you know, it derives off into different sections, like language changes, blah, 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 blah. And that's exactly what happened with Muay Thai and Kun Khmer. Whereas Muay Thai, they base their scoring system a lot more on technique and the art of the strike. Whereas Cambodia, of course, that's taken into account, but it's also aggression. It's more elbows and knees. You know, you'll see Kun Khmer fighters, they're coming forward and forward and forward. There's a lot of aggression, pushing your opponent, coming forward, putting the pressure on. Whereas Muay Thai, it's in the first round, it's very much more like a dance and kind of like, okay, let's see how you move. Let's check each other out. So this would be the difference in Kun Khmer and Muay Thai, I suppose. That's why I much prefer Kun Khmer, because it's aggression from the bell. They're there to knock their opponent out in the first round. They're not there to check them out in the first round. It's like, no, let's go. And that's why, for me, it's a lot more exciting. I love Muay Thai, don't get me wrong, but Kun Khmer is the aggression involved. You know, the pressure that the fighters put on each other from the bell. It's it's just electric.
What would be your advice to the foreigners that are looking up to join the Kun Khmer? Any advice that you think that it would be helpful to them?
Do it. Get involved. Just jump in. Come to Cambodia. Find a gym that you're comfortable with. You know, go to various gyms. Check them out. Everyone has their own style. Every trainer has their own style. Every coach, every manager, you name it, have their own style of doing things. Come over. The beauty of Cambodia is it's not saturated. Like Thailand, for example, everyone goes to Thailand and wants to be a Muay Thai fighter. You can come to Cambodia and actually be given a chance. Actually, you know, get one-on-one training. You're not in a camp of 50 other foreigners all paying a lot of money to train in these gyms. Whereas in Cambodia, you can come to a gym as a foreigner and be like, hey, I want to train with you. And they'll bring you in and you don't necessarily have to pay. You know, some gyms, yes, they will ask for a payment for your lodging and your food and stuff like this. But a lot of, you know, the real Cambodian gyms, the ones run by the families and who've been doing it for generations, you know, if you're there to represent the gym and represent Cambodia as a foreigner, then, you know, you're taken care of. You have a bed, you have food, you know, it's a family, very much so, very much a family. So I think anyone who wants to Cambodia and train, you know, even if you have trained in Thailand before, come to Cambodia and train, because you'll learn a different side of the striking sport, you know. You'll learn this in Muay Thai, but you'll learn something completely different in Kun Khmer. And the fighters who have trained in, you know, Myanmar, Thailand, and Cambodia, they're some of the best fighters I've ever seen. For example, Dave Leduc, who I mentioned before, you know, he's trained across Southeast Asia. And he's an exceptional fighter because he's taken into account all these different practices and he uses them as one. So again, anyone who wants to come to Southeast Asia and train, don't pigeonhole yourself to one country, you know, experience them all. And I definitely, if you haven't been to Cambodia and trained, come here and train Kun Khmer, because you're going to be pushed to your limits. And you're going to learn more of the aggressive side of the sport on top of the technique.
Do you eat Khmer food?
Yes, I do indeed.
You have a favorite Khmer food?
Fish and mock, national dish, fish and mock. You don't get me wrong, I like a chicken and mock, but if I had to choose, fish and mock all the way.
Oh, okay.
Fish and mock. And the nice thing about the amok is you can go to different parts of Cambodia and everyone will kind of cook it a little bit differently. A little bit different, like a Kampot amok is a little bit different to a Phnom Penh amok. And if you go to Sihanoukville, that's the best amok you're gonna have. I tell you, fresh from the ocean right there, bang, straight in there. It's like a kep crab, you know, Kampot pepper, kep crab. I mean, you know, straight from the ocean with that fresh Kampot pepper. And also another favorite dish of mine here. Yeah, Kampot pepper, kep crab. Wow, wow.
I somehow, anytime I go to Siem Reap, I feel like the food here tastes much better than the Phnom Penh. I'm not trying to compare, but I love all the foods there in Siem Reap. I don't know if it's the same.
I think a lot of it is down because a lot of it's grown up there. A lot of the agriculture is up in the north, so it's real straight fresh from the farm.
Yeah.
But no, it is, you're right, it is a little bit more flavorful.
Yeah.